All right, so it has finally happened. Something I wish that wouldn't have happened, but it did. So, somebody crashed into my car. Yeah, it's not that bad, right? Because, you know, it's still here. It's intact. Don't worry. Let's take a closer look here. There's a big smudge here with some paint loss and a little bit there too. And there's some right here. You can't really see that well. There's some smudging on this because this got rubbed. There's a little loss on the bumper paint there, but not too bad from the outside. It's mostly cosmetic here. I did notice that there's a crack in the hood right there. So let's take a look underneath. Oh, see, the hood opens, but it's not perfect. So I have a suspicion that this is bent. It does look a little bit off kilter. The big tell here is this rubber stopper right there. This thing's supposed to be like straight up and down. This one's a little bit like off kilter to the inside. Kind of makes sense considering the type of the hit that the car took. I have to like check all these different things. I think that stuff looks fine. So it just might be this, whatever this is called. In a normal car, this is like the radiator support, but I don't know what this is called. So if you're wondering how did this happen, what happened was my car was parked on the street and somebody pulled up and they reversed into it parallel parking. They said they didn't see it. All right, well, it doesn't matter. It is what it is, but that's what happened. Pretend that my butt is the SUV. That's why there's a big height discrepancy. It's actually probably better that it happened that way because then it just kind of sat on top rather than crunch anything in. It's not, oh right, that's the other thing. I didn't do this before. So it's probably because that thing's not putting the right contact on it anymore. Anyways, so they reversed up and just pushed the car backwards and then they came back down. It's probably how like these scratches happened. I don't know. So I was at a birthday party when this happened. We were outside. That's why the car was there. Somebody told me, hey, somebody hit your car. And I was thinking, oh, it's a joke, right? And I'll come look and they're like, oh yeah, haha, funny. But they're like, no, really, somebody hit your car. And I'm like, oh no. So as I'm walking around the corner to like see it, I'm expecting this to be like cracked or broken or something. So I'm happy that it ended up the way it did considering what happened. It's not ruined, but I mean, it's still unfortunate that it happened. However, we are going through insurance and insurance will cover this and they were really nice about it. So nothing against them. It is what it is. Accidents happen. So we're gonna get this fixed. I'm gonna have to get some quotes from some shops. I'm not gonna fix it myself. I'll just have them figure this stuff out and figure out what to do with the bent stuff. I will kind of document the process here. I have Hagerty as my insurance. I have contacted them already. I contacted them the day of. I filed a claim online. I got an email the following day, and I was supposed to call them back, but there was like no name or anything. So you just kind of call in their main number, you give them the claim number, and they tell you, oh, this is so-and-so's, this is your adjuster, and we'll transfer you to them. So this, right now, I am 3 days into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. I'm 4 days into this. I still have not heard back from the guy. I've called twice. I've left 2 voicemails. I've called once the day before, and then I've called yesterday. So still haven't heard anything back. Interestingly enough, I already heard from the other person's insurance. They called it in after they hit my car, and they just said they ran into my car, and their insurance wanted some information from me. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. I gave them the information that they need, whatever. And they said they're going to figure it out and we'll get this fixed. And that's fine. But where's Hagerty? I don't know. We'll continue this. This will be kind of pieced together until the entire process is done. Then we can kind of see how filing a claim through Hagerty is. Even though it wasn't even my fault. It had nothing to do with me. So I don't know. We'll see. The goal of this video will be to kind of figure out the entire claims process through Hagerty, at least through my point of view and my situation, basically from the incident to filing the claim, working with insurance, and then getting the car fixed and looking at the end results. So we'll see you probably weeks from now to continue this. So obviously you'll see this at the end of the entire situation. So it's going to be a little progress to kind of jump around every week or two whenever there's some sort of an update. Hope it doesn't take that long. What probably saved my car from more damage was the way I use my handbrake, the parking brake. I don't yank it up all the way. I probably should, but I don't. What I do is I pull it up like probably that far. Yeah, maybe 3 clicks, something like this. Just enough where the car's not gonna roll away on its own. That's probably what saved my car from damage, because that means if you really pushed my car, you could still roll it back. So if that was up all the way, like that, the car wasn't gonna go anywhere. The wheels were gonna resist, well, the brakes were gonna resist, and then she would have crunched more of the front down. So when this was a little bit weaker like this, she could still push my car. So it's enough to not just roll away on its own, but with enough force, like a car backing up into it, the whole thing would still move like this, which is why the car moved 18 inches back. Insurance situation update. It's still the same day when I started filming the other stuff. So they finally called me back. They talked to me about it, and they were advising me on what my coverage was and whatnot. Like, I have $36,000 coverage on my car here, and it was like a 0 deductible collision. What they wanted to talk to me about was whether or not I wanted to do the claim through Hagerty or through the other person's insurance. So he kind of explained to me the difference. The difference was basically, if I do the claim through Hagerty, even though it had nothing to do with me, that there's potentially a mark on my policy that says there was a claim. Now, does that matter to anything? I don't know. And the guy, you know how insurance is with questions, they don't, like, there's certain things they cannot say. So they said, it doesn't affect me, but he can't say that it doesn't affect me. That's basically paraphrased what I got out of it. I don't know. I don't understand why insurance has to be like this. Of course, there's a lot of money involved, but still. I decided to do it through Hagerty just to see what the process is like anyways. So they're going to have to process my whole thing. They're going to figure out how much the things cost. And then after the whole claim is closed and done, they're going to go after the other insured party's insurance to reclaim their money. Basically, there's like, they become the person in the middle that kind of does the work. If I went to the other party's insurance, then Hagerty wouldn't be involved. There wouldn't be a claim on my policy or anything like that. But it's not my fault. So it doesn't affect my policy, but it may affect my policy. That's what I got out of the call. Yeah. So anyways, I still did it through Hagerty just to find out what it's going to be like, and then you guys can find out with me. Hopefully nothing bad happens. They're going to have an adjuster call me in the next 24 to 48 hours, and then they're going to come out to my house and take a look at this. The appraiser just came by. We rolled the car out, and he got some pictures of the damage here, as usual. Typical standard appraiser stuff where they just come. I popped the hood for him. Hood's a little bit weird still. So made note of all that stuff. He's supposed to send me an appraisal, like estimate, probably either tomorrow, day after. I'll show you guys that thing too.
Here's the little appraisal sheet here. They didn't have Suzuki Cara, so they wrote it up as Suzuki Swift. Here you can see all the hours that they estimate that you will need to work on all these different things. Finally, on the third page, you can see how much everything will cost, the body labor, the paint supplies, miscellaneous, whatever. It totals $2,619. As always, you could always submit for a supplement because you found more hidden damage, things cost more than expected, that kind of stuff. You just kind of show them the receipts and everything.
Several days later.
I then get an email from the insurance company. It says, oh, hello, great news, here's your payment. Click on this button. This link will expire in 4 days. They're really rushing you here. Click on the link, it'll load a verification page. You gotta enter your claim number. Then you're gonna have to verify with your MFA code from your phone. Here you have to verify your information and that the amount is correct. You click yes or no, and then you get to choose your payment type. Let's see what else is hidden back here. View more payment methods. Physical check, okay. All right, let's go back. All right, let me see. Do I want to do bank account? PayPal. Bank account. All right, I don't want to enter that stuff. Let's do PayPal. What an age we live in where we can get our insurance payment like this through PayPal and Venmo. Let's rate my claim process here. Oh, let's get 5. That's a little difficult here. Come on. 5. Yeah, suggestions to make this experience better. Let's just not rush people with a 4-day expiration on a payment link. All right, that looks like it's all done. Hopping over to PayPal here, you can see in the note it says Hagerty. It got paid by One Incorporated. They paid me $2,619.10, just like that. It was within minutes, just like they said.
Since I got to get the front fixed, I might as well pay to have the whole car resprayed. This is a good time to do it.
All right, there's a new question now. Does an AZ1 in Obi-Wan Kenobi form, all flat, fit into a Cadillac Escalade ESV? I am not going to fold down the child seat because I don't want to do that. I'm just going to deal with this. If I have to make 2 trips, I have to make 2 trips. Let's find out. Diaper is soft. That'll work. Now we know a stripped down AZ1 can fit into an Escalade ESV. I mean, there's plenty of room to spare if I was willing to stack a little bit higher, but this will do. This will do.
Here are all the panels dropped off at Premier Auto Collision in Quincy, Massachusetts. They started working pretty fast. I came back the next day to drop off the Mazda Speed Hood. I can see that they've already sanded off the Cara decal here. They've tied up all the panels where they need to be. This is my little messed up bolt they're going to help me with.
Some time later.
I had to come back to take a look at the paint matching for the Z5 Venetian Gray, but these are the panels that are already painted and hanging around outside. Look pretty good so far. Look, this isn't white anymore. It's now red. And these are the side sills we're going to try to figure out the paint for. Mazda's Z5 Venetian Gray was unable to be found in their catalog of paints, so we ended up having to color match it with the camera. It seems like my side sills have not been repainted, so this is what we're going to base it off of. These are the 2 colors that we narrowed it down to, and this is the best that we could get. I've made the executive decision to choose the one on the right. It's slightly darker than the one on the left, just very slightly.
The color code we ended up choosing was actually CX. It says Ford's Liquid Gray Metallic. This is what it looks like.
This is the supplement that ended up getting submitted from the body shop. They asked for more money to fix some of the stuff, and here you can see that it was $1,191.40 more. So adding to the original $2,619.10, we have a grand total of $3,810.50.
All right, everybody, this has been a video like months in the making, so the whole process took a while. You can see my car's still naked up here as usual. But what happened was I finally got all my pieces back. Quarter panels, door panels, trunks, bumpers, side sills, quarter panels, trunk. Oh, there's the trunk. This is one of the hoods. The other hood's outside of my car. But the insurance claim for the frontal incident is all set. So the entire process through Hagerty was very smooth. Recapping again, it wasn't my fault. Somebody backed into my car. My car was parked. And the things got damaged. I ended up filing the claim through Hagerty rather than through the other party's insurance. Hagerty was pretty smooth. I mean, it was kind of slow in the beginning where it's kind of like radio silence and there was no communication. But then once like things started rolling, it was actually very fast. The body shop ended up doing a supplement claim. There was more to... No, it's not here. But there was more to fix on the hood than originally... thought of, because like it's very thin on the OEM hood here. It was cracked and they had to like get underneath. I don't know, they just needed more money for more time to do that kind of stuff. So the body shop getting more money was pretty easy. They did the simple stuff what they normally do, like every other insurance company. They write up what they need and they submitted it to Hagerty, and after maybe like a week or so I got an email. It goes through the whole process like earlier about me just collecting the payment. Like there was nothing about it. It was just like, hey, you got more money, get your money. So I instantly got the money through PayPal like I did last time, and then all the bodywork stuff I started getting like back in pieces because I was clogging up his body shop. Thank you to Warren at Premier Auto Collision for dealing with this for like the past few months as we had to do little things. There were... Where's my fenders? A fender would be good. there were little misunderstandings on how the little car worked. So what happened was they assumed that the these mounting holes were not visible or anything. So what happened, they put a zip tie right here, and or like right here, like this one's okay because this one's hidden, but zip tie here, and I think one of those top ones, but all these bolt things are exposed on this car, so they didn't know that, and they had to like take these back and redo some of them. Just little things like that, just kind of keeping pieces everywhere was quite a troublesome thing, and as you can see, it is a troublesome thing for me too. So I need to finish my floor so I can put everything back together. Subscribe for my pinch weld fixing. I'm gonna pour 15 the floor and just kind of refinish the body of the car so I can just put all these away in a safe place on the car, not on my floors. Comment below on what you think about this whole Hagerty process that I went through. I thought it was pretty good. It was very smooth. There doesn't seem to be any issues or anything doing any of this. Hopefully they don't just drop me for some reason because I made a claim. I don't know. The adjuster was weirding me out when they were asking me about like if I want to file the claim through them or the other person because it logs a claim on my policy. But even though it wasn't my fault and it's not their money because they're going to get it from the other party, I have no idea. But yeah, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about that, and subscribe for more K-Car mayhem. I will start working on this now. You can see I've laid down the plastic. I got the anti-roll bar. Ow! I got the anti-roll bar, and then I'm gonna redo this stuff. The car was dry ice blasted, so I didn't want to go out into the salt and getting it on this stuff. And plus, it's naked, so I didn't want salt in all my crevices, including my crevices.